What's going on, TikTok? It is your main man, the Badwolf. I just want to say thank you to everybody out there who have been supporting me. Um, and the remarkable thing out there is that it's so hard, especially for somebody who's a male, and not just doing all the crazy stuff that people have to do out there to get attention. When you're bringing a lot of knowledge and things forward, it seems to be that that's not what people generally want. But we are seeing an upswing in people actually gravitating towards intelligence versus flash, cash, and ass. All right. So with that being said, thank you to all those people out there who reach out to me. I do get back to some of you guys, but I just can't get back to everybody. I just you guys are overwhelming, so thank you. Stay blessed, stay in light, and may you have prosperity in everything you do. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. So this particular video is about beauty versus sexy. Okay, so I hear a lot of females saying, "Well, my guy doesn't like it when I dress sexy, and I want to go out and do what I want to do. He's controlling." Okay, so first of all, there are some males out there, and just because they're full size or adult size, they're still boy mentality. Okay, so they have a boy's mentality. So I like to call them full-size boys. Just like the saying, there's full-size girls or adult-size girls. All right. So with that being said, it's understanding that yes, there are some out there who are actually controlling, but a real controlling male or adult-sized boy, he's the kind of person where when he tells you something and you don't do it immediately, you have no recourse because he's going to grab you and force you to do something. And we do not condone those actions as men. Speaking on behalf of men, these guys are emotionally out of control and not balanced. That's what it is. That's why a real man is controlled and he is balanced. Now, when he's telling you, hey, I don't like you wearing this, that, or the other, you have to understand that as a healthy man, he's not going to put his hands on you to physically stop you. He's saying, I'm going to let you do whichever you want to do. But understand that I'm not going to like this, and then if you're not going to respect and listen to me, I may not respect and listen to you, which could be the beginnings of the degradation of your relationship, if a relationship and a healthy one is what you want at that. So he's not saying that he doesn't per se trust you going out looking sexy. It's that he understands that there are aggressive males out there who may try to do something and may, with an unstable mind, try to essay you, grab you, or make you feel uncomfortable. And he doesn't want that. But you're like, well, I'm a grown woman and I can take care of myself. Yes, no one said you didn't. Did he say that at any point in time? No. What he's saying is I want to reduce the danger. That's what he's trying to convey because he knows the minds of other males. And it's not just males. There are females out there who are going to try to get at you. May have a knife, may have a gun, maybe working with a gang to look for easy girls like you, or how you're perceived to be one dressing that way. Or she may be working for her or with her boyfriend or some cult. He doesn't want you to be a target. Just like you don't want him to be a target when you're like, oh, don't go out. You're not going out of the house with those gray sweatpants. You're not going to go over and hang out with Keisha, and at that drinking party. So if you want him to respect you, you have to respect him and what he says. And beautiful versus sexy. Understand that if you have your ass hanging out, your breasts hanging out, you can see a lot of skin. This does stimulate people. Should you be able to do that in the world and not have to worry about anybody? Yes, you should, but that's not how the world works. People are going to be attracted to, they're going to judge you based on what you're wearing. If you see somebody walking down the street in a police uniform, you're going to think, oh, it must be a police officer. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Maybe somebody who pretends to be one, because there's those people out there too. So he wants to minimize and reduce the risk of somebody that he loves and cares as much as possible. So sure, you go out, you're like, well, but I feel like I want to be sexy. What's wrong with being beautiful? See, dressing sexy, the moment you say, well, I like to dress sexy, just in that, you're telling people that you want to advertise to the world that you are available for sex. No, I just do it for myself. That's cute. We're grown here. And no, it's not just for yourself. Because for yourself, you'd want to look beautiful. If you're going out there and you're advertising looking sexy or even way too sexy, you're advertising sex. That's why these girls in these videos, hey, because you're advertising this is available. You know who does that? Prostitutes. Prostitutes, hoes, and some certain other types of females out there, they do this because they want to advertise and stimulate anybody who's interested. And sure, some of them just want money. Well, that's part of the game. A little ass and for some cash, right? So, sure, they get the attention, but do you want that attention? You want sexy attention. You want people to be just looking at you for sexual gratification instead of your mind and your heart and your character. If you do, that's fine. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying don't send mixed signals. You can look and dress very beautiful without having to be overly sexy. You know who does want you to be sexy? Other sex workers, because they appreciate you getting into the game. Not because they want to share the market with you and the money. They don't want to share the money. They want all the money. So they don't want that. They want to bring you from the light side to the dark side. Misery loves company. They want you to go through the hardships, the STDs, the getting beat, the stalking, and all the crazy enough stuff that they go through on a daily basis that they don't glorify in their little videos or their OF or whatever else. You're not seeing all the heartbreak. You're not looking at the numbers and seeing how many women then start to suffer from mental health disorders. When a woman or a female is just lusted after, she's not building anything of quality and character. That doesn't mean that some people out there who are doing it aren't okay, because that would be a lie. They're not all going to gloom and doom. Some of them do make decent money. But also a lot of them out there are like, well, I don't need a man. Interesting. Because according to the research, like 80, 90% of those people giving money to these OFs and sex workers and strippers and whatever else are in fact males. So you do need males. You may not need a male in your certain parts of your life during the day, but you need their money. And if you're out getting mugged on the street, I hate to say it like this, but a female cop shows up or a male cop shows up, which one are you going to feel like they're going to handle the situation better? Yeah, probably the male. Not saying that female cops don't. I know some. They're awesome people. But I know when I've seen a female cop, I'm like, as a man, I'm like, yeah, I know you definitely can't take me. I see one cop, I know you can't take me. You need like two, all right? So the whole thing here is that there's nothing wrong with dressing beautiful, sensual. You don't have to look like you're, at some upscale P. Diddy party available to anybody. Sure, the elites also want you to dress like that. Do you know why? Because when you dress like that, that causes controversy and energy, which makes them money. Why? Because some guy's going to get into a fight over you. Some guy's going to think he can approach you because of how you look. If you're advertising your goods and everything, you're telling people out there, more so especially males, but there are women who like women, that you are available. You are approachable for sex. So when you're leaving the house and you're saying, oh, I just want to dress sexy, I'm going to dress sexy. For who? If you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be trying to attract anybody else's attention. You have somebody who has your attention and wants your attention. So if you go out, bar, club, whatever else, why are you worried about taking care of other people instead of your person? Why are you advertising, I guess, the right message, but to the wrong people? Make it make sense. If you really love that person you're with, truly, they should be your focus and attention. Your eyes should be like this on each other when you guys go out, not entertaining the masses. You want the love of the village when you're not even taking care of your house. Yo, you ain't hearing me though.